Hi, welcome to Camp Wannakiki. My name's Clinica Deprecious. This is like how to talk with God, talk with God.
Do you want to kiki? Do you want to
Do you want to kiki? Do you want to kiki? Camp Wannakiki, Camp Wannakiki, Camp Wannakiki, 1, 2, 3. Camp Wannakiki, Camp Wannakiki, Camp. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Well, it is sing-along week at Camp Wannakiki. I'm talking right now. Shut up, Hillary. This is Puppet Hillary, inspired by my all-time favorite musical, Avenue Q. She's the girlfriend who lives in Canada. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Avenue Quebec. Yes.
I suck like a Hoover and live in Vancouver.
I didn't get the memo. We were supposed to be on theme today, so I got a gig right after this. This is the Dolly Parton musical, Working 9 to 5. Cosplay show right after this. Gotta go.
There should be a Waluigi musical.
You know, Luigi has a spin-off game. Mario has a spin-off game. Let's take a direction with Waluigi, I guess. Wait, what would be fun?
Stop it, you two. It's my turn to talk. So, what did you think about the episode, Clinica?
Oh, okay, getting right into it. I'm happy to hear it. So I am going to go on the record to say that this is one of my top 5 favorite Camp Wannakiki episodes of all time. I love when the camp activities either do one of two things. Either, 1, make these bitches airborne like they did with you on the lake, or 2, test the entertainers on a skill that drag entertainers could have or adjacently could have.
Yeah, these people were just so good.
Yes. Oh, I'm going to be talking to you all episode. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I wish they had a better backup band, though, because Ruthie, Ranger Danger, they just didn't know what they were doing.
They needed to make the lighter bands look better by a whole lot of comparisons. So they needed to have... Well, they needed an opener.
Yeah.
And the opener can never upstage the main act. So.
Oh, they totally didn't upstage them. There was no way in hell.
No, they needed... No, they were offstaged. There's a lot of self-awareness from the twins this episode.
Also, I just wanted to comment on how many doors my ukulele skill playing has opened in Ukulele Gate that we suffered this episode.
Well, I have to fly here. I couldn't bring my ukulele. But, you know, who has one?
Yeah, we have a lot of people bringing ukuleles, or like with the intention to.
Oh, the doors that I have opened.
Right.
Because I am the ukulele queen of Camp Wannakiki.
I was about to say, I didn't believe the allegations before that Patty is copying your blonde, comedy, beautiful, gorgeous, makeup stamped bimbo brand, but now with the ukulele, I must relent.
You think? But let's get into the songs, because all of them had to write their songs. What did you think of the first group?
So listen, when they give the campers creative freedom on this show, you know it's gonna be poo poo pee pee. Like we were waiting for it. When was it gonna happen? Wait, no, Unique literally ate shit last episode. Like,
literally and figuratively.
That's true. Damn. Okay, so we had someone eating shit by episode 2 of this season, as opposed to ours, where it was you in episode 3.
Well, now I come in a much more portable version where falling is not an issue. You just order a new one. I really thought
that's true. I mean, if Puppet Hillary falls, it's like...
Yeah, it's just like... I'm fine!
One of my favorite details of, like, I love Jim Henson. Are you a fan of the Dark Crystal series?
Sure.
If you go back and watch any aspect of Dark Crystal where there's a puppet character that's like knocked unconscious or dies, they literally just lay the puppet on the ground. It's the funniest shit.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do? Legs up in the air? Ah! Okay, so group 1 was I think Martina and Lulu and Ivana. I don't know. I thought they were a bit of a struggle bus. They did. I mean, from the beginning, they came up with a cute little tune, but I don't think they felt very confident in themselves the whole time.
I felt like the age demographic, the intended audience for each of the campers' songs, like got older and older as the presentations went on. I felt like I was like, okay, this first song is like
for 2-year-olds.
Yeah, it's for 2-year-olds. It's
like
for the skibbity toileters. Like it's.
I mean, it was fine, but like I mean, let's move on to group 2 because group 2.
Well, I was gonna say with Ivana doing like
all of them just like did these crazy solos, and Unique threw down with a rap verse, and they still had "Don't forget to use toilet paper." It was so catchy.
Everybody.
It was so good. Had the live instrumentals, which like everyone just had a moment to shine. It was super cute. They made sure to have a repeating part that everyone could get into. Unique's rap really sold the whole thing. That was absolutely incredible. And I loved when they were talking about what is everyone gonna be doing during Unique's rap, and Patty was just like white confusion.
Honestly, that's my middle name. Yet another thing Patty's stealing from me. Okay, on to group 3 though. I thought they did a really good job. It's just that I don't understand this ukulele gate thing. Like, why did Ripham not bring a ukulele on an airplane? I have already demonstrated that Canadians can, in fact, bring ukuleles on airplanes.
I actually got to be there, so.
Okay.
Actually, no. I was about to say, what insight do I have? I feel like they did a good job kind of explaining in this episode. Listen, kudos to Camp Wannakiki this episode for giving us a plot with a beginning, middle, and an end.
Oh.
It's very rare on this show.
Yeah.
So I was like, are they going to make it translate? Because, like, Ukulele Gate was, like, the talk of the town on set.
Oh.
And I'm glad that the story has been told and shared and bestowed to us. We needed it.
The Ukulele Gate. I mean, you know what? I actually brought, because you got 2 bags, like Ripham said, and a personal item that you bring on to the plane with you. Guess what my personal item was? Ukulele! So
you had to pick between ukulele and Hillary puppet, and I'm glad you did.
Exactly. I wanted to stay home and take advantage of his husband. So
oh,
it's true. She did.
That's true.
It was.
Yeah. How long has Hillary puppet been in existence for? Did you just recently make her?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hillary puppet, were you recently born?
Well, she's actually a dragged up version of a different puppet I had, and I dragged her out with some of my wigs and stuff. Yeah, you can be Hillary too with enough felt on your face.
Oh my god. She looks better than the cartoon drawing I made for our season.
Honestly, I look better than the real Hillary. I don't disagree. So, honestly, I thought all of these people did a great job, but it was really the throwdown of the 3 of them doing the verses that won it for me.
Yeah, imagine following after Unique's rap. Like,
it was the rap. Literally!
It was so good. It was so good.
So, do you think though that
I love that there was a jab at Patty in the last song. It was just the last song. I think was one of the most cleverly written.
Yes, yeah.
But the second was the full package.
I agree. The shots at Patty, I am sure, are going to continue because did you notice, Clinica? But by the end of this episode, Patty is now in the top 3 times in a row. It's Patty's house, just like Clinica's house. It's so horrible. All right, on to the talent show. It's sing-song badge?
It's the sing-along badge.
Sing-along badge! Yay!
And the theme is way off Broadway. So they are kind of asking... For this talent show, I think there's kind of 2 different directions you could go.
Uh-huh.
You could either do a parody of a musical,
right,
or you can kind of do what Martina did down the road, is showcase an original idea for a musical. You're pitching a musical.
Right. Yeah.
So those are kind of the 2 big main directions you could go.
I was a little bit confused. I guess either some sort of parody take on a musical. Yeah. But I definitely think that there were some choices made, and we'll have to talk about them.
Of course. Lulu Crystals first.
Lulu Crystals. Oh, Lulu Crystals. Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We got an Itzapola.
Let's talk about this look, first of all, because then we have to talk about the concept, because the concept is confusing, but the look is stunning!
Oh my god, no, I am coming to realize at this point in the season, Lulu is always going to look so put together.
Well,
so beautiful.
I guess that's tea. But no, Lulu is totally stunning. I love this. What a look.
This is gorgeous and beautiful.
I just thought it was
like
more like
around.
a food runway theme or something. But maybe she's commenting on how musical theater is cheesy, because it is.
I see that. I think that was something I was worried about when I kind of saw that this was going to be a theme, is like, if you're coming up with a completely original idea,
right,
then you could just bring
Cheese the musical.
And this isn't tea for Lulu's outfit, because Lulu did make this entirely for this show. But sometimes the runways can translate as, this doesn't feel like a look made for this runway.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I was almost thinking when there was quite a few food references, actually. I was like, did the Sugar Bakers change the prompt from like food?
No, it was always way off Broadway.
Okay, it's more like Broadway restaurant, like charcuterie board, but okay. I mean, I do appreciate the commitment to farting on stage. Mm-hmm. Good performance.
Kept it going.
Mm-hmm. What do you think you give this one, Clinica?
So I love it. It was so dynamic to see in person. This headpiece is so good. I guess maybe, unless I'm missing something, I'm not quite sure why the headpiece is that shape.
Yeah.
Or if it's gonna be like stinky boots, then I think it's specifically. I mean, there's a lot of really iconic hairs that come from the show.
Yeah.
Kinky Boots, and so I was hoping it would be more shaped like that. But like, I get the idea. It's a show about drag entertainers, so this is cheese in the form of a drag entertainer, which does make sense.
Like a bit of an alien, almost a bit like Jacqueline Jill and her cheese hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
you like talking about you, Jacqueline. Don't worry, we still talk about you every once in a while, especially in relation to cheese.
Dang. Well, you have to. You're holding the puppet.
So what do you give this
That
one?
is still going to be one of my favorite moments, them being like, what do you call those puppets? When she said it like 3 to 4 times in her voiceover. Damn.
I'm going to give this 4 amps of camp, because
I'm also going to give this 4 amps of camp.
How many?
I think, especially after Lulu's past 2 runways, where she's been so clever with the nuance of like, oh my god, it's a pencil, look at all the pencilisms. Oh my god, she's a cannonball girl, look at the way she's operating that mechanism. I think this left a little to be desired, but otherwise it is still such a clean look. I'm probably going to give this a 4, because I also know there are some 5s down the road that need their flowers in being 5s.
Well, it's just like, it's great, but the concept gets confused, so I have to take a point away from that. But otherwise, it's the smelly blue cheese of my dreams, girl. Okay. Ribbon! So this look is, I guess, a take on Rent the musical, except neon green, kind of sofa-esque, so I always appreciate that, with rhinestone cockroaches all over. What do you think?
I think Rippum kind of potentially knew coming in. I think the look at first could read a little pedestrian, and which, I mean, it makes sense. Like, Rent is all about pedestrians. It's all about the everyday folk. That's the point of the show.
Okay.
But I think Rippum did a great job of being like, if I'm gonna wear something that might on paper be pedestrian, how can I amp it up? How can I jazz it up? How can I make it more fun and dynamic to look at? So going for that like highlighter orange, that creamsicle, that couch print was such like fun little details that made this fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it was okay. I don't know. What would you give this?
I do think that more bigger choices could have been made. I think if it was going to be the gimmick of finding cockroaches everywhere, I think if we're going, because here's the thing. I know Rip'em especially struggled with bringing stuff in luggage, just as pretty much half the cast usually has to when going on any show. I think Rip'em should have brought like 3 more bags of those cockroaches and had them hidden everywhere. I think that it should have come out of the wig, should have like flown out of the jacket. I think there should have been like 6 of them in Rip'em's mouth. Like, really have that cockroach infestation go so much further.
I think maybe it would have been made more sense to me if the cockroaches were just a little bit more of a surprise. But I do like the upholsteriness of what they're wearing. I don't know. I kind of don't necessarily get just like typical rent or lease from this, but I like the concept. I don't know. I'm thinking too much to justify it, and that's the problem I have with it. So I'm kind of between a 3 and a 4, and because I think I need to be meaner, and also I'm in puppet form, I'm giving you a 3.
That is true. It's very hard to be mad at Hillary Puppet. Those are some
exactly. I can get away with anything.
Yes. Sorry. I think also kind of what I said last time. I'm trying to make sure that the 5s receive the appreciation of being 5s.
Yeah.
And so the same for the 4s being 4s.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to give Rip'em a 3 on this. I'm very sorry, but 3 is still good. But I think it's just the visuals could have been amped up greater, and the surprise could have had more.
Yeah, there just could have been more. Next up, we've got Unique New York. Oh my god. This one was such a gag because at first I was like, what is this bitch doing in a brown bodysuit with that scruffy wig with the rope embellishment beating up on Alphaba? And I'm like, oh my god, she's the broom. She's the broom!
I am going to go on the record to say this was one of the looks that I had such a hard time not talking about for an entire year. I just I walk into a club and I see someone with a broom and I just wanted to be like, broomsticked!
The way she just beat the shit out of Alphaba and then amped it up even further. This is what we're talking about with Rip'em. It's like, how could you amp it up even further? She just has a sign that literally says BLM, which is very in vogue. Black Lives Matter, very important. But then she fucks it up with Broom Lives Matter, which is like only a joke she could make. And it was so freaking funny. Like, she's hysterical.
Unique is one of the funniest bitches I know. It was... Oh my god, it was so hard not talking about.
It was so underrated in my opinion. I felt like this was like straight to the top, honestly.
Oh.
It's a total 5 for me.
5, easy 5.
Easy 5.
This is a great example of like, and Unique had said this, I believe, in the last episode, that her concepts come first.
Right.
And her outfits will catch up to them. And like she says, like, my outfits, I will bring them up to that point, but I will first and foremost build the costume around the central wow, I'm great with words right now.
Yeah, but, no, I get it.
This really is that manifest what she expressed. And I was like, because we could sit here and we could pick apart like maybe the outfit if we wanted to and said it could be grander like this, but the simplicity of just she's a broom.
She's a sexy broom. Like, she's given body. She's given body. And that little rope detail around her eye. Mm-hmm. It was like almost like moving into like Foxy Cleopatra blaxploitation. It was everything. So good.
5 out of 5. And it's a darn shame that Camp Wannakiki does only top 2s.
Yeah.
Because while I think, oh my god, there were quite a few this episode that I was like, should have been like a 3 in the top 3. It was so good. Top 5.
Next up, we've got Ivana Pisa.
Yes.
Coming out in a giant moon-shaped headdress. Apparently weighed over 10 pounds of construction paper. That's a lot of construction paper.
Ivana benches.
Yeah. With a giant
that
flowing
neck workout.
blue dress.
That neck workout that queers like to do.
Yeah, an anti-meme reference.
Mm-hmm.
Like the man in the moon is a girl.
Ivana is a cultured gal.
Girl. What?
Ivana's a cultured gal.
Very cultured. It was almost like moonstruck. I don't know. I just felt like I understood this reference from like golden age musical theater. It just kind of hit that way, and I thought it was well done. The look, I just think all Ivana's, and she says it of herself, she's a little bit shy when it comes to like performing and like amping it up that way, and I wish she'd have a little bit more confidence in herself, because she's a freaking talented person,
Oh my god, absolutely. I think maybe the one thing is that, especially if one of the something that was reiterated a lot in her voiceover was like, it's cheese, it's the moon, it's made of cheese, and I wish there was more like little indicators that it was, like if it had craters kind of similar to what Lulu had for her whole outfit, just to indicate that like it is in fact cheese, maybe like pull off a piece and eat it.
Right? Like if the look is your whole thing, it's gotta be like so good. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, sell it, baby, sell it.
But like, it's one of those things where it's hard to judge camp on this show because it manifests in so many different ways. Because this is like high camp you'd see on Broadway. This is like old school high camp.
Ivana's style of drag is so special, important. But that's why we have to like kind of see what she was trying to accomplish in her own aesthetic, and be like, well, what could have you done better? And I think she could have performed a little bit more. Like Auntie Mame, there's so much there. She could have started hurling insults, like, I don't know, moon comets or some shit. I don't know, whatever.
Oh, just gone on the stage and turned it into a roast segment?
Right? Yes. Very like Bianca Del Rio or something.
I think it would have been fun if she came out on a big, like, if she just got a big sloppy, like, cardboard cutout of the moon and it just came out pretending to sit on it. Just roasted them for a bit, picked it back up, and pretended she was, like, exiting back off stage with it. Like,
yeah! A giant moon prop would have been amazing.
Mm-hmm. And it would just be cardboard that you could fold up and paint.
Especially with this style of drag, which is so, as they say, arts and crafty, it means that you have very cheap materials to work with, and more is more is more is more with this style of drag. So that's what we need. So, yeah, I give it a 3 because I still think she's beautiful and I love this style, but I want more!
I think what they expressed last episode, I'm seeing it a little bit here too, is that there's so much going on from here up that it kind of like takes my eye completely away from what's happening the neck down. And I also, I don't know, I have to sound informed about this because I have to figure out why I feel this way, but I don't really like the two different blues together with that. I don't know, like I wish that blue was also soft and that the color that was popping, because when I look at this, the first color I look at is like the blue arm sleeves, the darker blue ones, and I wish the yellow was like the most like stark color.
Right.
Because I think this is intended to be like a very like soft, ethereal, delicate look, and the blue's throwing me off a little
definitely.
bit. But otherwise, like the headpiece has volume, which they love on this show, and we love to see.
Oh yeah.
It's just Ivana is a craft genius. But I think I will also give this a 3 just in terms of the full package, what she's trying to sell.
Yeah.
As well as kind of the bottom half. But otherwise, the top half knocks that right up to, that gives a 3 whole amps there.
It does. In my opinion, it does too. So, shall we move on to Stevie Phoenix giving us Rats, the musical. Number 1, this is such a gag to see Stevie what we like on the show also is just like surprising us and like completely changing yourself so we don't even know who you are and doing it well. That's a gag, and it's so camp. And I love the concept and the performance and the audacity and the giant tail snap thing, and it was just good.
So
well
good.
done.
And I think especially after, I think also the order of the episodes just happened to like work really well in Stevie's favor, because Stevie's regular everyday look kind of is not necessarily, if it's kind of Stevie in the same form with different outfits have been the first 3 runways. Well, camp look and the first 2 runways, and then this one was just complete left field. So this is really Stevie flexing his versatility.
Yeah.
So I think it just made the shock all the more. That's him? Like,
Yeah. I think I don't know. I feel like there are things that could have been pushed further maybe, but hell with it. I'm still giving him a 5 because Stevie's worth it.
He's so good. I think my one critique might just be, I wish that the little rats that were meant to be the Sugar Baker twins and Ruthie were bigger and that we could see them up close more.
Right.
I hate the wig. But I think it works. I think I'm supposed to hate it. Stevie's a giant rat. Like,
I pulled it out of a sewer where rats live. It smells horrible.
I don't like it, but it works. I think that maybe the nose, I could tell that it kind of retained the color it's supposed to retain, as opposed to meshing well with like color of the rest of the bodysuit. But
I mean, I always never judge them too harshly because we know how long we actually have to get ready on that show.
That is true, and this was a hell of a transformation.
Like, I love it when they change up their makeup, and this is a dramatic change up.
Oh no, let it be known. 5 amps. 5 amps for Stevie. But,
Work. 5 amps for Stevie.
This is my friend, so I have to give some critiques.
Let's move on while we still have time. To Hanna-Barbera and another take on cats, except this
runway is the runway of cheese and cats.
So much cheese.
Wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, we literally had 3 that are cheese. Stevie's, Lulu's, Ivana, like what the hell?
And then beer's coming up. But this look, I think, is quintessential Hannah Montana. It's so good. So Hannah. She's now a weird Pokemon version of a cat. It's great. And cardboard cutouts to live in that cartoon world of her iPod and mic drop moment.
It's an iPad
It was
kitty.
Great. I love it.
I think my immediate critique is that it's Grumpy Cat was a real viral sensation. Rest in peace, Grumpy Cat.
Oh. Cosplay!
Well, Grumpy Cat did not look like this, but if you look,
instant 1. Sorry, Hanna-Barbera.
It took me a bit to notice there was a face on Hanna-Barbera, and the face of the cat looks so downtrodden and sad that I almost wish that she went with not like a grumpy cat, but maybe just like a really sad cat or some other alliteration of the word.
Well, you know what this reminded me of? Like, it reminded me of some sort of weird double-headed Pokemon, because the thing is, she comes out as Grumpy Cat, but then her other head is like, hi, everybody, I'm Hanna-Barbera. So I'm like, well, are you Grumpy?
Yeah, it was very much like this is a show about Grumpy Cat. And this is the show about Grumpy Cat, and the face on the stomach is sad, and the face up here is happy, so who's Grumpy? And I was hoping she'd turn around to reveal another cat on her asshole that's sad.
Gee. We're going to have to get you Deja Delataro's number. She knows Grumpy Girl.
No.
For that, because I thought it was a little confusing with the double head, I honestly thought it might have been better if she hid her own head and turned her into a top hat or something like that. I would give it a 4 because it's a little confusing, but it's very quintessential you, and I love
Let it be known. I love Hannah and Hannah's drag so much. This is beautiful. I think for this runway specifically, I think I said it at the beginning, there was kind of 2 different directions I was hoping that people would go in, and it's show your cleverness in a unique take of parody on a musical, or bring us something completely original that showcases originality. And I love this look. I love looking at this look. I want to party with her in this look, but I don't think it really checked either of those boxes for me, because Grumpy Cat is real.
Right.
And there's no musical about Grumpy Cat, so this is one about Grumpy Cat, but there wasn't enough nuance for me.
Well, it's like Cats. Like if Grumpy Cat was in Cats. So I got the musical part, but
I'm between a 3 and a 4. Hillary Puppet. What should I do?
Give her a 3. Go to your darker self.
Hannah, Hillary Puppet said it. So. And at gunpoint too. If it panned down,
I have a gun.
It.
I have big gun.
Ready to shoot off my ear. Will Hillary Puppet miss?
Here.
Okay. Well, where the hell were you like a week ago? Anyway, so. Oh, in Canada. Damn, girl.
Yeah, exactly. Don't talk about my politics that way.
Puppet Hillary said, "Not my problem. Not my circus. Not my monkeys." That was last week. No, I'm gonna give it a 4. I liked it. I think it just
4.
No, I just wanted more nuance to the idea.
Girl, okay, perfect. So now moving on, let's go to Nutella Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a picture of this right now.
I have a clear image in my brain because that look was beautiful.
Yes! Did you like it? The reveal and everything?
Honestly, I don't even think she needed the reveal. It was beautiful.
That was kind of the thing. I thought the reveal dress was a little bit less polished than the before part, honestly. So I actually thought it kind of took away from it because I don't know, it was a good idea, really good idea. I bet she did it herself with like that flowing beer stuff, but I don't know, I thought it looked a little sloppier than the other thing.
I think it was essential because it showed off more of her legs, and I wanted to see as much of her legs as possible when she tap danced.
Right, the tap dancing.
Yeah, so I think there was a technical reason for it, and I saw that, so I liked it. I liked it a lot.
What about the musical? Was it a beer musical or something? Was this Les Miserables?
It was called On Tap, and so
On Tap.
I don't know if it's based on a real musical or if it's just the sensation of tap dancing in musicals, but I feel like Nutella and Martina, unless I'm missing a reference, Nutella and Martina kind of went the same direction of doing a completely original musical take.
Yeah.
And Nutella knocked it out of the ballpark for me. This was a beautiful look. And also doing the illusion of I look glamorous and beautiful and I'm inside of a giant beer glass. There's a lot of ways to make that go wrong. And to make it look like boxy and uncomfortable and not flattering. And Nutella executed it beautifully.
Right.
5 amps from me.
5 amps, Nutella. I'm giving you 4. I thought it looked messy. But, you know, that's just my opinion. I'm a messy bitch. You don't have to trust my opinion.
That is true. I mean, yeah, like, what's the House of Terror gonna do? Fight a puppet?
Probably.
I mean...
I love you, Nutella. Love you. Okay.
Now I just have a visual of Rita beating up the puppet the same way Unique did Alphaba.
Honestly, let's make it happen. I'll clear my schedule. Not that I have anything going on. You don't have anything going on. Seriously, I don't. I'm so unbookable.
And you know what? And I'm Team Rita.
We've got Patty Bure as Jurassic Patty.
Thoroughly Jurassic Patty. What a stupid bitch.
I mean, at first, I didn't know what to think of this when she came out on stage. I was like, thoroughly Jurassic Patty. What the hell is she doing? It's the same makeup. It's the same makeup again. Then she started tap dancing and she kind of started to win me over, you know. I think I did like it. And pink. Pink is my favorite color. This was
probably one of the most, like, pleasing looks to look at. I'm just like, this is such a... Patty's looks are always such
the arms were really
just
funny.
Like, I love looking at them.
The arms. Because her small, short, gimpy little T-Rex arms. They're so funny.
It must have been very stressful to have that headpiece, but not have your arms immediately accessible to adjust. Because I was thinking back to my season when I had the seahorse
that's
head.
The thing. She was saying she couldn't get the head on her with her T-Rex arms. I'm like, yeah, no shit, bitch. You're gonna need help. What do you think you're gonna get that headpiece on with those arms? No.
Damn. Would we have done that in our season? If someone needed help with a headpiece, would we have been like, go fuck yourself? That's true.
No,
you know,
not at all.
Our
I
season
think we
is
would help
incapable of
each other.
playing dirty. Our season is incapable of having a ukulele gate or a nail gate because of the presence of Polifrost.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know why Patty was so nervous that she couldn't get her thing on. Like, was nobody helping her at first?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I like a look like this. Like, I know drag is hard. Sometimes you need help. Some of those Drag Race girls, do you think they're getting into their looks by themselves?
It reminds me of back when it reminds me of like on Dragula when Hoso got critiqued for being like, you were needing a lot of help backstage with da-da-da. And I was like, whatever, that happens everywhere. Like, who cares? Like, also the staff that's working on set, it's kind of our job. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, what's more important is this amazing look and what we got to see. This was gorgeous. Oh my god. I love me some big headpieces. This was phenomenal, well-shaped. The little feather on the head, stupid bitch. I immediately got the reference. This was an absolute knockout for me. I love this so much, and I will happily help Patty in her journey of continuing to have 5 amps out of 5 amps every episode. This was gorgeous.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I'm still between 4 and 5, and I'll tell you why. It's because the makeup still isn't changing. But I've talked to Patty about this, and I've been looking at this look for a long time now, and it's grown on me like a tumor. So yeah, you get your 5, bitch. But you better change up your makeup next time, or I'm coming to your house and cutting up all your wigs.
Not only did she change her hair color, she changed the hair texture to like yarn. So, fringe.
Whatever.
Damn.
Next, we have somebody who needs a lot of to talk about because it wasn't their day. It's Miss Martina Brookshire giving Delusion the musical. I'll tell you right now, when she came out with those teeth and that makeup, that beat, and she had like this reveal cloak on and the bag that said like Delusion and stuff on it, I was so excited. I have to say, when she opened the reveal and it was a bodysuit, that's kind of when she lost me. And I was disappointed. And I was like, Martina, you're supposed to be good at this. Why?
Had a great idea of a drag entertainer thinks she's all that and is complete. I think Martina should have brought an outfit that visually is over the top amazing and stunning, but then carefully coordinated wardrobe malfunctions to happen all throughout the talent show. I think it would have been great if Martina did come out in like true authentic Vegas, like top of the line, like, oh, the one that you'd push down the staircase, off comes the wig, this thing keeps falling apart, shoes are getting lost, like an ear falls off, I don't know. Because I think that
but instead she just painted like a sugar baker. Instead she just painted like a sugar baker and called it a day. Like, I mean, I love you, girl, but like, ugly people are not delusional, you know? Give us delusion. But I love you, and you're great, but this look is not my favorite. I'm giving it a 2.
Was that your song of the episode?
2. Yeah.
I think it's just it was there. It was there at the beginning, and bringing the bag, and like I wish that the bag prop had actually been used. I wish there was something in it.
Yeah.
I wish that there were more just technical additions to this outfit. And I'm wondering if maybe kind of the process was, this is a very underwhelming bodysuit, so that works with it being delusional, but I think that was I think that was just simply a gamble that did not pay off.
It really didn't. I'm sorry. It needed, like, it was too pretty, honestly. Like, make it ugly, girl. Come out in like a floppy titted suit or something, but like, this was just pretty. And I was like, this isn't delusional, this is just drag. So I was confused, and that's why it's a 2 for me. What do you give it?
Also, I got to be there in person, and she was making the room crack up with just like, because she was doing these dances that were falling apart at the very end, and she was just exhibiting amazing slapstick and making us all laugh, and we were like, but this is about being delusional and you're actually being funny. But the comedy has nothing to do with the outfit or the concept.
It just didn't translate.
So I know Martina has, and like, I know Martina has amazing comedic chops and the amazing ability to have like a beginning and middle and end story, and like, this is something that she's writing herself. Like, she's got it.
Yeah.
I think this one, I'm gonna give it a 2 amps of the camp. I think she swung big and just unfortunately missed, which is the mark of a great entertainer to take those swings.
Congratulations, Martina. Lowest score of the season so far. Yay! All right. Well, then we have our winner. It's Ms. Patty Beret. Do you agree? Do you think Stevie should have got it?
No, I think Patty was correct. I think Patty was like the full package. The look was so like clean and streamlined. I think it was incredibly fun. It's not like, I just wish more people got to be in the top, because for me, Unique, Nutella also deserve flowers this episode.
So good.
And I wish that there was more room up there. But I think even with them in the top, this was Patty's episode.
And we had to say goodbye to poor Martina. Aww. Martina, number 1, you're wonderful. You are so talented. What you showed on the show is not a definition of your drag. Just because, you know, you might have underwhelmed a little bit with a couple looks doesn't mean you aren't sickening. You are. I want to get married again by you, girl, in Vegas.
Oh, damn.
She marries people.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's what I'm torn, because when me and my partner get married, like, I have to pick a... well, it's going to be Pola. Pola's going to officiate. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be Pola.
Well, but, I mean, Martina, we're going to miss you and your evil laugh. And
oh my gosh,
all your big tricks and your drama.
I'm gonna miss seeing like Martina's face on that show. Like, also Martina has such like a distinct drag face, and it was always so fun because she always looked like she had that perpetually evil smile. I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss that so much, and I miss Amber too. These eliminations are hard.
I know. No, I mean, now that people start taking hikes, now it gets really interesting because like those two are gone. Now who's next? There's nowhere to hide with your mediocre looks, Camp Wannakikis.
Or they could fall on the ground and break their leg and be safe for an... I'm kidding.
That's what I did. Follow my strategy. And make sure to watch more Camp Wannakiki and Cult Wannakiki and send us a tip and buy a t-shirt and stuff like that. But until next time, I guess that's it, right?
Yes. Yeah, no, please send a tip. We split door pay.
Yeah, we split door pay. So let's go out on a big evil cackle. Do you want to kiki? Do you want to Do you want to kiki? Do you want to kiki? Cult Wannakiki, Cult Wannakiki, Cult Wannakiki, 1, 2, 3. Cult Wannakiki, Cult Wannakiki, Cult. Okay, that's enough. Yeah.